All right, Logan Stone with me here. Edwards, wake up. Get your daughter to sleep. We can get on the show. Let's go. Seventh inning stretch here with you. A lot to get into this night. Me and Logan, we're talking flashbacks forever. We might talk your head off tonight, baseball-wise. We haven't been with you in a couple weeks, though. The Phillies, they beat my A's 2 days in a row. Don Mattingly, the secret sauce to getting them back. Red Sox fire a manager. Got that to get in as well, and some big injuries as well. Seventh inning stretch starts now. Logan, been 2 weeks. You went to the Rangers-Yankee game. What was that, a week ago at this point, basically last week? You got to see the Spank the Yanks there in person. We'll get your thoughts on that as well. Aaron Judge, I think he'll be on our leaderboard when we talk stats a little bit here later in the show. I think there's going to be one category he's about dominating right now, especially over the last week and a half. Some managerial trades or changes to get into. Some teams that, like the Orioles, we kind of want to dig into. There's some struggle there with it. Valdez, was he? What was that all about yesterday? Right between the numbers. We'll get into all this good stuff. A lot of baseball. It's been 2 weeks here, Logan. For me, it's the Phillies. I'm going to give you the floor, though. Do you want to? Is there another team you want to attack, or you good with start with the Phillies here?
Yeah, I'm good with the Phillies.
Don Mattingly takes over as the manager for Robbie Thompson there, who made it to the World Series. You could see the playoffs kind of going down and the start they had, and what have they won now? 7 out of 8, 8 out of 9 since getting Mattingly as the manager. I personally think for a veteran team like this, it's just one of those moves like where you're the GM, you're like, we gave Thompson a run. You could see the results getting worse. We have a veteran team. We're getting Wheeler back. Mattingly's been a manager. He'll have the respect of the players right away. And it's more just a light your fire under these players' asses than anything else to me. And it's an early stretch, so I want to give it more time. But obviously right away, Logan, the results have been amazing. I mean, this is what you wanted from them, right? I mean, they were supposed to challenge the Braves for the NL East.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts of Mattingly kind of early on here in the Phillies, kind of getting back to life a little bit?
Mattingly is really good, and he kind of reminds me of who is it? Ron Washington.
Yep.
Being that hands-on kind of, maybe not defensively helpful, but just a hands-on manager who is willing to help you with the fundamentals and that kind of stuff. I saw the other day, I can't remember who the player was, but he put a glove on and he worked on some grounders with one of the guys, and it was really cool. Mattingly is doing really well, and I like that. I appreciate that.
17 and 20 now?
Yeah, I missed manager Don Mattingly, so I don't know if he's missed it necessarily, but it's kind of weird.
In a situation, don't you think this is the best situation to come into as a coach, in the sense of you've been a veteran coach, right? Like your team is still have veteran players that are pretty studly at times, and you kind of have a no pressure situation. Is that just me, or that seems like a dream situation to come into?
Yeah, I guess, but
and you're only a month into the season.
Yeah, it does remind me of like the Grady Sizemore situation, though. Like, if he fails, then he's got to be fired as the bench coach too. So, then he's kind of out of a job. So, which I don't think he's necessarily worried about. I think he's gonna, end up wherever. I think, if this. I don't know if he has been like looking to manage, though. I mean, he has had quite a bit of opportunities, and so and I don't know if he's pursued it. So I'm curious to see if, like, after the season, he's like, I really just want to be a bench coach and help with the day-to-day type stuff. What's really
I gotta disagree with you there, Logan.
Really?
I think he wants to be a head coach. I mean, once you did the job and you were the Dodgers manager and they go on to win all those World Series, and then you're the Marlins manager, you kind of go to the opposite end. And then here you're gifted 2 lefty hitters that are right up your alley.
Yeah.
You have a veteran team. You're like you said, maybe he's only got a couple of years left. I mean, if I was walking into a situation, the Phillies situation is what I want to walk into. I have Wheeler, I have Sanchez, I have Luzardo. I mean, like that would be what I want to
than
walk.
A lot of other situations, that's for sure. Like
The
Mike
Mets,
Schmidt, Grady Sizemore, yeah, the Mets,
the Red Sox.
But it's so. I mean, yeah, he's definitely in a lot better position than he was. To me, the weird thing is that Rob Thompson getting fired.
Why? The team has gotten worse every year with him.
Yeah, but he still won 96 games last year with them.
I mean,
he won the East.
Do you think when you get to that bad of a start, though, like that bad of a start, you're paying that type of salary, your team has lost in the playoffs, starting with the World Series, and then you work your way down every year? I mean, that's going to get the attention of your bosses, and your fan base isn't responding well.
I don't know. I
don't know. Harper went off on the GM during the offseason, right?
Yeah, it's just so weird to me. Like, and this is kind of going into the Alex Cora thing. Like, if they had doubts about Rob Thompson, why didn't they fire him in the offseason? Why did they wait?
Maybe yeah. No, I mean that's a good argument. But Logan, that's an awful start. I mean, you can't. Can't go that bad, and they were playing bad baseball.
Yeah, and that's totally understandable. But to me, I'm just thinking, it's just so weird to me. Like, yeah, maybe they're having a slow start, but I mean,
do you think they knew Mattingly was the backup the whole time? Like, as soon as the offseason ended, they're like, all right, we got Mattingly here. Let's go into it and we can hire him. We know that's a possibility.
Well, they offered it to Cora. And so that's kind of interesting. So maybe they saw Cora getting fired and they thought, you know what, let's fire Thompson. And then if Cora comes on, that's fine. If not, Mattingly is our guy.
I don't think they thought that long term. You think they think that? Man, maybe they do. Maybe that's a long term.
I don't think it was long term at all. I think it was kind of just shooting from the hip type thing. Like, we see Cora's gone. Let's fire him. And it was, and I shouldn't say it's like so like off the cuff, but like they had it in the back of their minds and they thought this is the best opportunity to do it. We're 10-17 or whatever it is, and then
I get you. But, it's made a difference though. Can say that, right? I mean, they're back in second place, albeit 8.5 games out. But again, we're only at Cinco de Mayo yesterday. There's still a long ways to go, right? Like a long ways to go. And obviously wild card and all that good stuff. So they're back in it. They beat the A's today, came back. The A's were up 3-2 in the 8th. The Phillies came back, got 3 runs there in the 8th inning, and finished them off. Nick Kurtz had a chance. He's back in his hometown to tie it up. They said, nope, we're going to walk you, load the bases. Jack Wilson will swing on a hand that would have broke his thumb, but he swung anyways, got jammed, and the game was over. So Phillies win again tonight. So for me, that really caught my attention these last couple of weeks, was how these teams were going to respond. And then, Logan, we have on the other end, let's go to the American League with the team that we got fired. You had the Red Sox, right? As the Red Sox said, that kind of shook up that shook up a little bit of the MLB with the Cora getting fired. Like, again, terrible start. So we get it. It's interesting, though. And then you had some interesting comments from some of their players. Yeah. Story was kind of the one that was, I guess we're just the players. And part of me laughs is like, well, no crap, buddy. They paid you a lot of money. Just go out and hit the ball. You don't need to worry about, like, part of me does always kind of like, all right, like, you have a contract. Like, you're not the best player in the world. Just do what you're doing. Be happy. Like, part of me does go there with that. If I was a GM, I'd just be like, shut your pie hole, man. I just paid you $190 million. You're batting at 200. I don't want to hear your opinion on anything involving coaching. But it is interesting that Cora, kind of the stuff with World Baseball Classic as well. What'd you make of the Red Sox firing? They haven't quite done what the Phillies have done. They're 16-21.
That whole situation is bizarre, which I guess we can expect from the Red Sox. I mean,
for goodness'
it's not really that shocking. Breslow and Fisher are just not Fisher. Who is it? Anyways, the owner. But like they're that one doesn't make sense. Like every he's a player's manager. Every player loves him. He's won a World Series with them. Granted, that was in 2018, but he's they haven't really given him much to play with. We talked with uh, we talked in the offseason about like the Red Sox just not making those big trades that they making those big contracts they needed to.
Contreras saved the day.
And yeah,
He's actually been pretty good for him.
He's been really amazing for them, actually. Yeah, but it's just so weird, like, and the fact that it is funny. Like, yeah, Trevor Story is kind of mouthing off about it, but also it's weird that the manager said you have told all the players you have no right to ask questions about the firing of Alex Cora. Like, really?
Yeah.
He's he's a guy that all the players love. Every manager agrees that he's a top 5 manager in the game.
Do you think he is?
I think he's really good. I really like him.
Do you think this is more of a Red Sox organization thing than Logan? Like, it feels like they've lost their way a little bit.
It's weird. Yeah,
like, what are they about? Like, they used to be like, we're just dominating the Yankees. We're going to outspend. We're going to outpay. We're going to develop. We're going to have this, and we're going to walk. They seem like they've lost that way a little bit with me. Like, they're irrational decisions.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if it's Breslow. I don't know if it's just the owner. I don't know if it's both of them. It's so weird. Like, and especially when you take into consideration the Bregman debacle, where they just said we're not going to offer you more than $100 million or something crazy, and you just deal with it and sign with us. And then he goes off and signs with the Cubs. Making weird comments. What is it? But making weird trades also. I mean, it's not making any sense. I don't know. Maybe Cora and Breslow and the owner had like a big blow up saying, like, "Hey, Cora, this is your fault," and then Cora comes back and says, "Hey, you guys are giving me
you gave me no players. You gave me no players."
And
Duran, though, has been terrible for him too. Like, he's had some reasons why they've been bad.
Yeah,
it's not like what was the Crochet? He's been terrible for them, right? Like, how can you expect he's not out on the field playing?
Yeah,
like, I think I agree with you more. Like, the Red Sox firing to me more than the Phillies one makes less sense. The Phillies one to me makes a little sense. The Red Sox one just feels like an overreach, but it might be the best thing that happens to Cora.
Yeah, and it's. I mean,
where could he land?
It's just weird.
Where would he be a good landing? Where would he be a good landing spot? Like, if you are like, you're just kind of looking ahead to some of
the Mets may be looking for a manager soon.
That was kind of where I was leading. Like, this guy doesn't pick it up a little bit. Wouldn't that seem like a great hiring?
Lindor, that would be probably the best spot. Because unless the Astros are looking to get a guy,
Correa out for the year.
Probably
that's the best thing the Giants have done in 10 years. Pull out of that trade. Padres, interesting. I mean, Tatis, 0 home runs on the year. I was going to talk about that a little bit. Like, that's a crazy stat. Unless he hit one today that I missed.
My new favorite one is the Mariners. I would love to see the Mariners go and get him. Go and get Cora.
Dan Wilson, veteran, take a hike. We don't want you. You've been around as a catcher. We're taking a hike. I think he gets a whole year just based on last year. But I can see what you're saying. I was thinking.
Well, it sounds like
this year. Like, where could he go?
Oh, this year? Yeah, I don't think he's going to come back this year, though.
If I was him, I'd take a year off. I'd be like, "You're paying me millions of dollars. See ya."
Yeah.
I'd be like, "I'll take that $5 million. I'll go out on a nice little vacation. I'll watch the year." I just check out a little bit.
And I imagine like spending 10 years with an organization or just about that time, like you gotta take a breather and just, especially if they, if maybe whatever rumors are true, like he just got screwed out of a job. It was kind of funny. Like Terry Francona said, like, the thing about Boston is like they are always looking for a scapegoat. They
Oh
need
God,
one
yeah.
guy to blame. And it's kind of weird. I guess Breslow did not want to be that guy, and the owner didn't
Oh,
want to be
he's
that
up
guy.
next. He's up next, Logan.
I don't know. The thing about those GMs is like they are talking to the owners all the time, and they are just doing what the owners tell them to do. So,
There's that.
I think about like John Mozeliak. I don't think he necessarily should have been. I don't think he should have been fired at any point. But everyone was wanting to blame John Mozeliak. But I'm thinking, he is the one. He's just listening to the owner, and what else can he do? He can't. I want to spend more money. No, you can't do that. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll just kick rocks. There's just some things that you can't say no to an owner whenever you ask for more money and he says no. So it's so weird to me.
It doesn't make much sense. I get you. Like some certain fan bases are going to be different too.
Yeah.
In those areas of it. Hey, I know it's getting late your time. You're already at 9:41. I'm only 7:41 up here. So appreciate anybody tuning in here to seventh inning stretch out here. I only want to stay NL East just to keep the show moving for this reason is I kind of based on what you're saying, the Red Sox have the same record as the Blue Jays, right? Orioles are 17-20. And then you have the Yankees and the Rays at 25 wins for the Yankees, 24 for the Rays. So they're obviously right there. And then you have a drop off. And I guess for me, looking at the standings, watching these teams play, the Blue Jays have the same record as the Blue Jays have the same record as the Red Sox. But I get a whole different vibe despite being 5 games under 500. The Orioles, I'm a little concerned about but you're starting to see a little bit more from Pete Alonso. Just real quick, where are you on the Orioles and the Blue Jays?
The Orioles, that offense is a lot better than I thought they would be. Jeremiah Jackson, he's kind of been a breakout star for them in this last month. It's been really nice to see Adley Rutschman kind of come back to form as the guy that they were expecting him to be. So that's good. Pete Alonso, he's kind of coming into his own now. Gunnar Henderson, he's kind of had a slow start. Mayo has had a slow start also. So I'm not really worried about the lineup. The lineup is actually really good. The pitching rotation, that is the big glaring hole right now. Let me pull up my stats real quick because I. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Shane Baz has a 4.99 ERA. Kyle Bradish a 5.03. Tyler Rogers 4.75. Bassett 5.46, and Young has a 6.14.
Ouch.
Ouch. No, yeah. You cannot have. I don't care how good your offense is, and this is an A's fan. Like, you can't have you can't win games with an outstanding offense when your pitching rotation is crap. You can't have, and the bullpen has been good, but they're going to get overworked and they're going to get fatigued and they're going to start faltering too. And so it's only going to get worse for them as the season progresses. But yeah. I don't know. I have confidence in Shane Baz. I have confidence in Kyle Bradish and a little bit in Rogers.
Oh, Bradish, I'd have confidence in.
You don't?
No, I have complete confidence in him.
Yeah.
But the one thing with him is the when I've watched, for some reason I've watched like 6 of his starts this year. I like watching him pitch. There just wasn't like that. And we're talking Baltimore right now. We're talking Baltimore here with it. We were talking about the Red Sox a little bit, like kind of their situation with Cora. Then we obviously have the Yankees, Rays. Logan was kind of thinking about the Orioles this week, and I'm thinking about the Blue Jays this week and who we have more confidence in. And the one thing with the Orioles, like you're right with their offense, is that, and it feels like it's kind of back to where it was a couple of years ago, But you just read those numbers. I mean, you aren't winning anything in the AL East with those
Yeah.
numbers as your starting pitchers. It's not going to happen. And you have the Yankees are still going to be there, and I think the Blue Jays. I still feel, Logan, there's a run there once they get some guys back. Yeah. Kirk is a big one for them. It really is. I don't know. That's how I feel. Do you have more comments in the Orioles or the Blue Jays?
Let's see. I'm looking at Kevin Gossman. Kevin Gossman is getting old. He's 35.
He's definitely getting old. Savage came back here, and he just had his first start against the Twins. Looked a little rusty.
But, like, Gossman has a 3.09. Dylan Cease has a 3.05. Eric Lauer has a 603. Patrick Corbin has a 365, which is weird to see him good again.
It's not cut.
Yeah, Max Scherzer is just – he's done. I'm sorry. I love you so much. But
this got to be the last year, right?
It has to be. I really wish the
Verlander should go out the same year.
Yeah. I really wish the Cardinals went out and got Scherzer and Verlander, but it's whatever.
Hey, stay in it. You might get the veterans. Stay in it.
Yeah, I mean, Cody Ponce is out for 60 days. He was the big Korean guy that they were supposed to, rely on a little bit. Yep. So, I mean, I don't even see Yasevich. Has he started any games?
Yeah, he just pitched against the Twins on the Sunday morning game. Out here, believe it or not, we get our first game at 9:35 a.m. That was the Sunday game starting here. Yeah, I know, it's nice. Like I used to love it, actually, the Roku one they did last year, because the games would start at 8:10. And I was like, we had good church today. So I was like, I get 2 hours of baseball before the game starts there. So I was able to get a little baseball in before a little prayer.
You just go to church with your earbud in, and you're like, "Oh, I have a bad ear. I can't hear it." Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. I don't see a true postseason threat from the AL East. I'm not going to count the Yankees out yet. I do have my doubts, but I'm not going to count it with Ben Rice that I talked about very early in the year with you. Continues to take a massive jump this year, which is helping Judge a lot. Who I will get into the stats in a little bit here. So I would say the Yankees to me, and I still have some faith in the Blue Jays, believe it or not. So I still have some faith there with them. The Valdez situation, real quick, his nail story in the back, right between the numbers. Emotional starter, wouldn't you say? Giving up 10 runs and then takes the guy.
Yeah, that's rough.
How does Hitch get suspended?
I don't understand.
You're the manager. You're responsible for your player. That's all I can think about. Like an adult to a kid.
Was so confusing. Like, yeah, it was stupid for Valdez to hit the guy after back-to-back home runs, or Trevor Story, I should say. But, I mean, it was kind of interesting because I was watching. I was telling you earlier, I was watching the game real time, and the Tigers guys were like, the broadcasters were saying, like, where's the warnings? There's no warnings. They just ejected him, and then the next day he's not. He's it's 5 games now. He's suspended. And so it's so weird to me. Like, and there's no explanation. It's just he hit the batter intentionally or not, which it's 99% sure that it was intentional. Why? I mean, we've been hitting batters for years now.
Yeah, but they've been finding pitchers for this too. They've been finding pitchers for this, right?
But it's just so weird.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, like I said, I like the Tigers signing Valdez. I thought it was and he's been good for him. Let's put it that way. He's always gonna be a little overpaid there, but he's been good for him. Not last start. This is what you were going to get with him. He's a little irrational sometimes on the mound.
Yeah.
And the one thing AJ Hinch probably didn't like about it is he has to worry about one of his players getting pegged next time.
Yeah.
And you don't want that.
Yeah. And especially when another thing about Hinch is he didn't get ejected from the game.
No, but
originally.
now he's
But
suspended. It makes no
yeah, he's
sense.
suspended for some reason. But I mean, you look at the Tigers' rotation. Scooble's out for big chunk of time. Um,
Yeah.
Flaherty is not great.
No, they're in trouble.
Valdez has not been, Valdez. Who else? Justin Verlander's injured, and
The
their
Tigers
fifth
are in
guy,
trouble.
the
They're in trouble.
yeah, they are. And they were the Tigers broadcasters yesterday were saying, the their bullpen is getting very worn out already, and it's May, and so that's definitely
Not a
not a
good,
good sign.
not a good
And
sign.
so Valdez getting ejected early yesterday was also a bad thing. Um, and now he's going to be suspended for a game, or for a start. So now they're going to have to find someone to spot start for him. So the Tigers are going to be in a pretty rough. They're going to be fighting an uphill battle for the rest of the season, and a lot of Tigers fans were going to be like, "Yeah, it's good. I mean, it'll be fine once Scooble comes back." Scooble may get traded at the deadline.
Yeah. And even if he comes back, he's not going to be going 8 innings.
Yeah. No.
I mean,
he's gonna.
Hitch got suspended. Why? Yep, that's what we basically. If you were going to cliff note it, that's what we put.
That's what we're trying to. That's what we're trying to get figure out right now. The whole thing has just been confusing, but think about a Scooble trade right now. If the Tigers were planning on trading him at the deadline, they have his value just went way down, because if he comes back and he's not Scooble level, he's gonna be not any valuable.
Dodgers would be the only team to take a chance on him, right?
Right. I mean, I think every team is gonna want him, but they're gonna lowball the Tigers and be like, "Well, he just got injured, and he's not back to form." So
that's a tough one. All right. I kind of want to just one thing before I get to 7th inning. I got a few things for you there as well. Hold on. What if the White Sox make a move for Scooble, sign a long term, and make a few more trades? 14 home runs. We'll get into that as stat check there as well. The White Sox. What's the word when my brother says when Vince McMahon comes out? When he used to come out of WEA, no chance in hell. There's that saying there with certain things. The White Sox making a do for Scooble. There's no way, Mr. Jerry, the guy that let Michael Jordan go, is traded for Scooble. In that situation, there's just no chance that would happen. NL West, real quick. They were on a 17-game losing streak combined at the end of last week. They've obviously got to rebound. The Padres and Giants have played each other, so somebody's got to win. Dodgers obviously want to cut. The NL West, I talked about the Dodgers being kind of like, oh, maybe they might be all-time. Them and the Padres, but, man, the Giants have maybe one of the worst road trips of all time there, too. And then what the heck is the problem with Fernando Tatis Jr.? And Crowensworth, I loved Crowensworth back in the a few years ago. Great fantasy player for me, up in many situations. How do you explain what's happening to? I mean, honestly, Logan, that's got to be the weirdest thing on the whole season, don't you think?
Yeah.
Have you seen his stats? It's very.
Let's see.
It's just odd to me how somebody like him. I don't get it. I don't get what's going on with him. I don't get why is it just an awful month altogether? I mean,
yeah,
I just, maybe that's just the situation that he's been in, but I mean, he's 242 average. All right. 9 stolen bases. Great. 13 RBIs, 0 home runs, 14 runs. That is a little odd, right? That's not what you're paying him to do.
He's been getting on base kind of at an average, but there's no power to him right now. I mean, he's got 13 RBIs, like you said.
Is he hurt?
I have no idea. I mean, it's hard to think he would be hurt. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's just in a weird headspace funk where he's just like, I don't care. We
He
haven't
sucks
done
right now.
anything.
He sucks.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, that is not the player we thought he was.
no. And I think there's a lot of pressure on him as a player to be the guy. And whenever you don't have anyone surrounding you besides Machado, who I've been saying this for years, he and Machado may not be,
Best fit.
the best of friends.
You have said that for a
And
while now.
and maybe he's just kind of like over it. Maybe he's like, you know what, the Padres are just not good. They are not, taking this game seriously, and I'm the one getting blamed for it. It seems like, so I don't care anymore. And maybe I think that's the same thing that happened to Arenado.
Yeah.
And he left St. Louis, and he's doing pretty well right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe a Tatis trade is going to be a for sure thing.
That would be. I think I'd be curious to get our guy's comments there. That what's he say? Tatis had 4 at bats today, 0 hits, 0 walks, 1 run. He's got to go. Trade Tatis for whatever someone wants to send over. Padres fans are done with this. So they are. So it's interesting that you say that. I know you're a big Padres fan there, Mr. Mays. It's like I think I said that at the beginning of the year, and I got a short night. Brandon's like, you're getting ripped on TikTok. I was like, I don't have TikTok, so that's a good thing. Because I think I said something like, I think my question was like, should the Padres already trade? Like, I think I asked it to you a couple weeks in, and he's like, you're getting ripped on by. I'm like, it just seems like it's over. This team, like Tatis needs to go. I mean, if I were the Padres, what I would take a chance on with Tatis is a starter. As I would say, like if I were them, I would do Scooble for Tatis. If that was something on the line, I would do that. And you might say, well, the Tigers would never do that. It's like, all right, well, maybe they wouldn't, but they get an offensive player. I don't know. Like that would be a fun trade to see. I wouldn't mind seeing something like that. But it's kind of a weird story. You get these with certain guys. Like, would you rather have Bo Bichette or Fernando Tatis Jr.?
Fernando.
Crazy.
Right now, maybe Bo, but
so it's got to be frustrating for a Padres fan. He's got to go. Man, where does he go though? Where does he go? I don't.
I mean, we know what kind of a player he is. So it's not, and he's he's an above average player. He's top 30 players on the planet right now. Maybe not right now, but I gotta think it's just a head thing, right?
You don't want to give up on him yet.
I don't. I don't know. I can't.
Value's all-time low right now if you're a Padres person.
It is. And maybe this is just like the Yankees fan in me is screaming, trade Tatis the Yankees.
I thought you were a Rangers fan. Start acting like it. Start acting.
Yeah. Listen, I've been there. I've been there in the dark days.
We digress. I digress. That's good stuff. No, I hear you. Like it would be. It's just tough. I mean, that's a bad start. Let's put it that way. But if he's like that, when me and you talk June 6th, then I think me and you are. But at that point, you're low. You get worse and worse down the line.
Yeah, right. It's like 3 home runs in June or something.
For Judge, yeah. I don't think the Yankees are doing that.
And maybe he picks it up like the Padres come up and say, hey, we'll trade you, but you got to pick up the slack a little bit. And then he just goes ham. And this is all just speculation on my part.
That'd be nice.
So.
That would be nice if he could do something like that.
I mean, it's just that whole situation has always weirded me out. And
you've been against it for a while. I will say that.
And it's just, it just seems weird to me. So I feel like there's something that we as fans are not getting, and this is just the thing that just flips in my head right now.
The Padres should trade Machado then, if that's the case.
I don't know if I would.
So you would trade for Tatis. You'd rather build around Machado.
I think that I don't think anyone would want Machado, and I think if I'm the Padres, I would rather have Machado, an aging Machado, in the final years of his contract, than a Tatis who's kind of a head case right now,
And
who may
Machado
not even want to be a Padre anymore.
And I will say this about Machado. I feel like he hasn't won a World Series in that, but like I feel like in the grand scheme of things, that contract has paid off. Like I'm not saying like he's been like, but like for the most part, he's been pretty good with the Padres. Yes, it hasn't resulted in. They probably you would say, hey, like give him about $60 million less. That contract makes a little bit more sense, but where the Padres were at that time and what they've got out of him, I'm okay with it. Let's just put it that way. No one would take Machado's contract.
Yeah.
The Angels.
I don't know.
Machado for Trout. Machado for Trout.
Yeah.
A little Machado for Trout action. Take that. Still one of the best defensive third. He is that. That he is for sure. All right, let me get seventh inning. We still got a lot to get into, so let me get little diamond notes.
Oh wow.
All right, Logan. We get the diamond notes here. What'd you find there?
Machado's contract goes through 2033.
Mm-hmm. It's a big contract. 12 years, right?
11 years, 350 million.
Quite a bit. Quite a bit still to go there with it.
Why did they do that?
Why are the Dodgers now not hitting Ohtani on the days he's pitching?
I have no idea.
I guess
it's
weird to you at all, or is it? They've been doing it for 5 years, and then
I think with him coming off this Tommy John surgery, they just don't want to overwork him, and I think he may not want to admit this, but whenever he's hitting and pitching, I'm sure that his stats are not as good on either side. Of course, he did that last
I don't think they
in
are.
the playoffs when he had like 10 strikeouts and 3 home runs, right?
Yeah, no, he's still a stud.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think they're just worried about it, but I mean, I'm okay with it. I mean, especially with how fragile he is with his pitching arm. If you lose Ohtani, then you're screwed for a while.
Yeah, they are.
They honestly cannot risk any more injuries right now. I know we've said this the past couple of years, but they really cannot risk an injury right now and lose Ohtani when Freeman is not doing the best. Max Muncy is probably your best player right now, but he's aging. So I think they just need to wrap him in Saran wrap and mitigate any risk that they can. So, as the season progresses, I'm sure that they're going to let him go a certain amount, but the guy needs to rest too. So
you're saying he won't pitch and hit again for the rest of the year?
I think you'll see more of it in maybe more important games down the stretch, like September.
After the All-Star break?
Yeah, maybe August. I wouldn't be surprised. Man. But I'm sure that he's like, it's whatever. And I think he's okay with it because he's more focused on winning the Cy Young this year. So,
we'll see how that plays out with Ohtani. I just find it interesting that they're not starting at the same way with it. Judge already 15 home runs on the year. Little stat check there. Started out like a little slow, I guess you would say, and then all of a sudden still has a 273 batting average. Still striking out with 15 bombs. Murakami has 14 with the White Sox. Olsen's kind of back on track. Alvarez, and then we talked about Ben Rice, Buxton with 10 home runs as well. So good to see Buxton healthy this year. The Twins, I think he's a good trade candidate, possibly Buxton this year. We said last year you thought about him with that. I think this year's more realistic. Judge, just keep it up where he's left off, man. Just unbelievable.
Trout, get out of L.A., please. Please get out of L.A. Force a trade.
You think? I don't think we talked about it.
You don't need to get tortured anymore, Trout, please. He's so good. I
How
love him.
does C.J. Abrams lead the league at RBIs? Your guy, your boy.
Yeah.
You got your boy Trout back. You got C.J. Abrams, 33 RBIs. Like, what is going on with Logan Stone's like players from last year? Like, what's going?
James Wood too.
I know he's right there as well.
James Wood. Oh,
We got two catchers right there. Don't give me that sound after saying James Wood. We got that too. So like, we
I can't wait till he's not a Cardinal.
and then Burleson, I mean, he's right there as well. He tore it up last bit. Am I wrong about him? He's a mainstay with the Cardinals.
He's doing really good. I don't know. I at the beginning of the year I was like, he's not a long-term first baseman, but if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's gonna be really well. He's gonna do really well. The Cardinals need a third baseman, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, a few things going there with MLB. My flashback, I told you, but for some reason I've had some X with it. But I want to talk baseball with you here with it. So I'll go quick little flashback here with it. Logan Stone, you went to the Rangers Yankees game last week, right? How many people would you say were in attendance for that game?
I'd say about 38,000.
Is half Yankees fans?
Oh yeah, there was a lot of Yankees fans.
Okay, so even in Texas, you're getting half Yankees fans.
Yeah.
Is that a result of the Rangers not being good? I mean, they just won the World Series not that long ago. Is Texas just not a good baseball town? I'm confused with some of the Rangers stuff.
The Yankees. So there's been a lot of Texas guys who have been Yankees fans since the 2000s when the Rangers weren't good. And so that's kind of it. Like, they became Yankees fans because the Rangers just sucked.
Got it.
And so, but like the Cardinals fans, they travel. But I think that's because a lot of guys from Missouri moved down to Texas. So,
are the Rangers? The Rangers got to be what, the sixth favorite team, maybe eighth in Texas. I mean, you have
Cowboys,
Longhorns,
yeah, Aggies. Yeah, I think it's a lot of college football.
Mavericks, Spurs.
I think is probably third.
Spurs.
Yeah.
Rockets.
You don't see a lot of Spurs fans up in the north part. I mean, they're all in the south part, obviously, but
Astros.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
I was curious, did you get any food from there that is worth telling about? Is there, like, you said the nacho sombrero was $51. I don't blame you for not getting that.
Yeah, I was like,
giant
oh,
hot
look
dog?
at it.
Giant hot dog?
I got a hot dog that was like $10. A beer that was 15. I got this cookie dough sundae that was.
Oh, that looked delicious. It
was good, but it was. I thought there would be ice cream in it, and there was not. It was just scoops of cookie dough, which I'm not a big cookie dough fan, but I would have liked it with ice cream. But
I'm definitely a cookie dough prawn there with it. Well, you made a better comment for me. I did winner of the week. We do Fat Boy Fadeaway winner of the week, and I said Randy Johnson got his number retired, and they honored him with a 51-foot hot dog, and Tyler's like, 51 feet. I was like, I bet 51 inches. I remember like a whole row of hot dog.
Yeah, right.
It's a whole new meaning to big unit. We got that. We got that. That was it. So 51 hot dog.
And he's got to do 9 of those and 9 beers in 9 innings.
A whole row of hot dog. Like,
yeah,
light way with it. All right, so got that in with it as well. All right, anything MLB otherwise that you kind of got in your mind? I got a little trivia for it. It's different than usual, but you got anything else that you kind of wanted to speak on?
Well, I wish Josh was here because I wanted to talk about Ollie Marmol. I will say
the Cardinals have been good this year. That NL Central's been damn good.
Yeah, they're all above 500, which is really cool. I accidentally ordered a $25 hot dog and chips at Oregon.
That's a tough one. Yeah, that's a tough.
That's always rough when you're accidentally ordering the food and you don't actually want it. You're just like, crap. Damn it. I guess I'll just eat it. Oh, it was pretty good. Anyways, But I do want to touch on the Cardinals just a little bit because you know what I've been telling you is the last month is like, is there a like a s- a, um, is there a point where they just say no, we're no longer in the rebuild. We're just going to go out. We're going to go all out and try to win it in 26. I was like, is there a threshold like 40 games by June 10th or something, which would be ridiculous, but you know something along those lines. And I th- I thought about it and I thought no, there's not. And the reason is there's no way that first of all the pitching is going to stay as healthy and they're only going to get worse, I think. I think that all that progress that you made in the offseason with trading for good talent, you know, you got rid of Aaron Donovan, you got rid of some of these other guys. Um, and so now you were able to get a really good farm system. It would be dumb to turn around and trade all those guys for maybe not necessarily rentals, but just guys that are just going to be overpriced at the deadline.
Yeah.
And so I think the Cardinals are going to be sellers at the deadline, which is going to be really weird to think about. And I already know that Cardinals fans are going to be dumbfounded.
But who are they selling? Who are they selling?
I mean, Dustin May, he's been really good lately, so he may be something. Even that Riley O'Brien, they may trade him at the deadline.
It'd be interesting. I think the Cardinals fans would put some pressure on them if they were 25 games up on 500 and they started doing. I think you'd have some pushback if they traded guys away.
I understand that there would be pushback, but I think Heim Bloom is very committed to this plan, and I think I would lose respect for him if he just threw away his plan for this off chance that he.
I get you. Go all in or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Go all in on 20.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah,
you can't do that. That I would agree with.
And so I think, so that's kind of where I'm at. Is like, okay, the Cardinals are not going to, even if they're good, even if they win 100 games, you know, before July or something ridiculous.
Yeah, they're not. They're not.
There's no way that they can do it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. You can't go all in. If I was the Cardinals, I think you're you're banking on luck. Your team isn't quite set up. Like if I was the Blue Jays, I'd be a little bit more inclined to do something like that. Yeah. Cardinals, no, you can't go against your plan like that.
Because you need a third baseman, you need a catcher.
They still need a lot.
Yeah, and
they don't have the pitching.
Yeah, they need a bullpen. They need starting rotation. So there's so many needs and so many holes. And you know, I got it made me think of the Mets last year. Like I said, you can't, you know, the Mets can't, you know, go all out and fill in these holes in a deadline and then expect to go to the playoffs, and they didn't. So
yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I think it's great what they're doing. I really like the young guys. Walker's continue to still be productive.
Yeah,
a little bit more swing and miss, but still productive. Taking good at bats, walking when he needs to. Burleson has really come on the last week and a half, which has kind of made his numbers go up a little bit as well. And then your boy JJ continues to be a problem at the leadoff spot. You know, not over 300, but solid at bats as well. So I think the Cardinals, and they're getting a lot from their pitching staff, which I wasn't expecting. So.
JJ has a 368 on base percentage, which I am floored. I love
your leadoff guy. That's unbelievable. You'll take that.
And especially for like a 23-year-old rookie who's had less than a month, just to have the wherewithal. And you've heard me say it, like it reminds me of Juan Soto. I'm not saying he is Juan Soto. I'm just saying I get you. That just reminds me of that. The Cubs just won again on a walk-off.
They've been continuing to be good as well. Hey, I got one MLB trivia for you here. It's not the same, but I'm just curious. I saw this and I was like, I'm going to ask Logan about this. Not my typical one, but I was like, this might be a fun one. Okay, so American League home run leaders. So just get your mind. American League home run leaders.
Okay.
Who? I'm curious if you can even name one of the top 5 guys that led the American League in home runs in 2016. So 10 years ago, I know that's a hard question. I'm not saying name them in order. Like, could you name one of the top 5 home run guys from 2016? I'd be curious if you could, in just the American League. To me, I looked at this list and I was like,
that was a weird year, wasn't it?
There's a couple studs there, no doubt about it, but it's still a weird list. I'd just be curious if you could name one.
Josh Donaldson that year?
He was not top 5.
Really?
No.
Um,
He was not. And I like I said, like, there's a couple studs here, but it's no Hall of Famers. No Hall of Famers.
That's not the Chris Davis year, is it?
It's not the Chris Davis year.
Man.
Tell me if you want me to give you one of the guys.
Yeah, give me one.
Okay, he was a trivia question just a couple weeks ago. And you were
Move
frustrated.
on.
No. You were frustrated you couldn't get him. 2016.
Oh, Edwin?
Edwin was number 3. He had 42 home runs that year for Toronto. 47 was the lead leaguer in American League. And then there was 143 homer and then a couple other 42s that finished 4 and 5 as well. So Edwin was the only one on that list that you would probably know from 2000. It's such a weird list of home runs, guys.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to get it, so I'm just going to tell you who they were.
Go ahead.
So number 1 home run leaguer in American League was Mark Trumbo.
Oh, yeah.
For the Orioles.
That's who I'm thinking of. Because I was like, it was one of those guys that like had such a great year, and then he was such a hot commodity. I think that was a contract year with the Angels.
No, Orioles this year.
Orioles, and then he signed with the Angels or something. Maybe it was the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, he was with the Angels originally, then went to the Orioles.
Yeah.
Number 2 that year, oh gosh, could have won a World Series, but the third baseman, Mr. David Freese, hits it over your head in right field to keep the World Series alive. Nelson Cruz with the Seattle Mariners, he had 43, and then also with 42 home runs, Chris Davis, Oakland A's. You remember him that year, Chris Davis? And here's a name, Brian Dozier. You remember that guy?
Brian Dozier, yeah.
Dozier.
He was a great second baseman I wanted.
And you remember Chris Davis? Brewers for a while, and then went to the A's and had a couple months. He had 40 home run seasons with the A's. And my favorite stat about Chris Davis is that he had a batting average of 247 exactly 3 straight years. That's like one of my favorite stats of all time. I'm like, how the heck do you have the same average for 3 straight years? That's how hard that is to do as a human being. So like that's, and then because after that, Logan, it gets kind of a little bit more automatic where you're like Aaron Judge is the top one. Mike Trout, Stanton, like it's just a weird year. I looked at that, I was like, that's got to be the oddest year I've ever heard of seen. And just top 5 home run leaders. I mean, Edwin Encarnacion, like I would say, okay, maybe I would guess him, but those other 4 guys, Nelson, I'd have to really be on my game to think of him.
Yeah, you forget how good he was as a DH.
And even the right
especially at that time.
Yeah, hitter.
Yeah,
he was good.
Do you remember J.J. Hardy?
Oh yeah, shortstop for the Orioles and Brewers.
Yeah.
No, I remember him for sure.
I remember really liking him too.
Yeah,
Jonathan Scope.
He had a couple.
For some reason, I remember the 2010s Orioles. Jonathan Scope, not Brian Dozier. Brian Roberts. Yeah,
second baseman. Yeah, no, they had some good teams there along the way. See, I even go farther back to Melvin Mora and those Orioles days where they had like those guys 10 years ago. I mean, you were a decade off once in a while.
Back in my day, I remember Frank Robinson.
I don't remember that. Yeah, I remember.
Sorry, Josh isn't on here tonight. So.
You didn't see Babe Ruth play? What are you talking about? I didn't see him play over there.
Back in
there were some. I didn't get into it this week, but there's some bad first-time Hall of Fame candidates this year. I think Posey and Lester, and the rest. I was like, good God, Ryan Zimmerman's number 3. We're in trouble here with it.
You think Lester's a Hall of Famer?
He was the second guy that came to my mind in that list. He's not a Hall of Famer, but in terms of first ballot Hall of Fame candidates, he was up on that list. And I was like, no, that's not going to happen at all. So I don't see that. But all right, Mr. Stone. What do you see? You see it there?
Oh, I was thinking, do you think Ryan Zimmerman's the one?
No. I don't think he is. There's no way. I don't see it. Yeah. If Don Mattingly's not a Hall of Famer, you can't have somebody like Ryan Zimmerman in the Hall of Fame.
Ugh, this is so rough. Hold on. Ryan Zimmerman, Brett Gardner, no. Oh, come on. Why don't you just let me see the whole thing?
Anyways, I approve of that message. I approve of that message. Yeah. It's just the whole – I keep saying this. It's like, for God's sakes, you're at a store. Like, these people aren't like – I mean, come on. The people that even vote, I would love to see – what's the saying, Logan? Come on. Let's see what's behind your closet, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so easy for people. I get it. It's steroids. I understand. But, so, I mean, Bonds and Rosen, it's like, right, Clemens, like, what's the point a little bit with some of this stuff? So,
do you think that, like, the lackluster Hall of Fame ballots has kind of, I mean, because I remember watching these guys play, I'm thinking, Ryan Zimmerman, he was awesome. Buster Posey, automatic first ballot Hall of Famer. John Lester, he was a nuisance when he was with the Red Sox, the A's, and the Cubs. But then now you're seeing them, on the Hall of Fame ballot, and you're like, I mean, except for Buster Posey. But it's like, does that kind of like diminish does it hurt the view that you've had of the players in the past? Like, I don't know how to phrase this.
I know what you're saying. Like, those guys aren't though. Like, it's a lot of an eye test. Like, Lester was good, but he wasn't a Hall of Famer.
Right.
Like, in my opinion, like, he wasn't a Hall of Famer. Like, I think Buster Posey was. Like, I watched him play. I was like, he's a Hall of Famer. Yadier Molina's a Hall of Famer. Like, these guys are Hall of Famers. Like, I'm not saying, you know what I mean? But, like, there's certain other guys where it's like, well, Jason Giambi was good. It's like, he wasn't a Hall of Famer. Like, you could feel it. Like, there was something off a little bit. Like, Mark Teixeira's not a Hall of Famer. Good player, but, like, he's just not that level with certain things. And, like, for me, I look at it like there's a certain – like, I was even a little harsh on him, Beltre, I remember.
Yeah.
And I know most people be like, you're an idiot. I'm just like, I was harsh on him, though.
Beltre is so weird, though, because he started off so poorly until he was with Boston. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Dodgers, he had some good seasons. Seattle, he was awful. Then went to Boston. He kind of picked it up. And then the Rangers obviously took him to another level. But, yeah, no, it's interesting, though, the Hall of Fame. Like, it's always one of my most fascinating things. Like, MLB just – and the former players didn't want these guys in. And so that probably drove a lot of it as well. But for me, it's like, as a fan, it's like, these guys were all favorites. Like, it is
Jay Bruce. Jay Bruce is on this list.
No chance. No chance. Jay's. I mean, there's some bad players on this list. Not even bad, but like, you're like kind of laughing sometimes when you're seeing some of these guys out here. So,
Jay Bruce.
All right, Mr. Stone. Good show tonight. Appreciate you jumping on. Edwards, wake up! My gosh, like, bring Josie on. I don't care. Like, just hold her.
I don't know why he doesn't. She's the star of the show.
No, we would just shut up and listen to her rip you the whole time. We would love that. We would even like say it. We'd just
be like, hey, what do you actually think about Yadier Molina? And she's like,
yeah.
You mean Puerto Rican Jesus?
What does your dad actually make you for dinner? Like, we would ask these things, like, what is going on with you, Edwards, on that side?
What's dinner? Daddy starves us.
All right. I did miss talking a little baseball with you the last couple of weeks. I will say that's always a little, for me, it's a little therapy along the way here. Hopefully you guys enjoy the show too with it, but the work got the best of me. We were doing testing, so it seemed like it worked out all right, maybe in terms of some of the stuff. But,
Dean's list again, so I'm good.
That automatic. No,
one of these days we just got to sit and just like talk baseball and just like.
Yeah, we won't even like record. We'll just record and hit play. There's no show on it whatsoever.
Yeah,
I like that idea. If you ever want to call it Fat Boy Fadeaway too, they'll feel free.
Now I get it. It's been 4 years, but I finally got an invite.
All right, good. You remembered still. We're in still good shape on that. I'm not good with people, Logan. I'm not good with people.
You're not good with people.
I'm not good with people, Logan. That's a downfall of mine. I'm not good with people. Though.
I think I actually do have to have a conversation with Brian. I don't think I've ever actually talked to him, but I've seen him all the time.
He wants to come on because I think next week might be a good time for Brian to come on because I always give him crap for this. Is like he's like I'm really into the A's last year. Like by May 2nd, he's like I got rid of my subscription.
I hate this team.
This year he's like I believe in him a little bit more, so I should have him come on. We can talk a little A's with him later one of these times. Because
I want to believe in the A's so bad.
Hey, as long as the division stays crappy, we got a chance. If the division stays crappy, we got a chance.
First team under 500 to go to the playoffs
and win the division. That would be good. Yeah, no, what was it? Right before the show, me and you were just talking random games we've been to. So, yeah, Logan and me, we can talk baseball all day. We got to go to a game together one of these times. One
of my biggest regrets was not going to Oakland that day. That was the second to last game of the season at the Coliseum.
You didn't go?
No, I wanted to go, but because the airline tickets were like $50, and I was going to go there in the morning and then come back at like 11 o'clock at night and just go to the game and then come back. Oh, I should have done it. One of my biggest regrets.
I was at the last one, as you know, so I was there with it. So. All right, as always, Logan Stone, enjoy talking baseball with you. We got a lot to get into next week as well. There's many things I couldn't even get with the man here on and stuff, so we could go all night. We appreciate the comments. Yeah, me and Logan we do the best we can. Appreciate you coming in as well, Mr. Mays there, and giving our thoughts. Sorry about your Mr. Tatis Jr. We'll see if he can pick it up for you.
Mr. Who Jr.?
Mr. Tatis Jr.
Oh, okay. I don't think you said Tatis.
No. Are you thinking female? It's late. You're getting don't get too excited. Your bedtime's right around the corner. Your bedtime's right around the corner, Logan. You can't be getting that excited.
That's what he needs. He needs a name change.
The Padres fans might enjoy it a little more. We've got a different hitter. He's named what? She's named what? We got.
This is why you should never be a sports announcer.
Oh no, I'd be the worst. I'd be like the guy that's like constantly ruining things with the person. I would never say their name right whatsoever. That just comes with it. All right, Mr. Logan Stone. Who was the guy? Mr. Sterling, right? The famous.
John Sterling.
It is high.
It is high. It is far. It is out of here.
The Yankees win. Oh, Yankees win. Oh, God, that made a lot of fans sick over the years. But rest in peace to the Mr. Sterling. That's great Yankees announcer over the years. Caught a lot of games for him. Yep. 5 World Series calls. Get that out as we get there. All right, Logan Stone. Hope to see you next week. All right.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
See you.